All right. Hello, everyone. How you doing?
Hey. Hello.
Cool. So I'm Chris.
And I'm Shan.
And you just saw a few of our little 6-second clips that we do.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll start off by saying thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. Thanks to the Shorty Awards and Wix for having us.
Yes, thank you.
So yeah, we'll get right into it. With Vine, when we downloaded it, the first time we, hopped on the platform. You want to go first?
Oh, okay, yeah. So I downloaded Vine, and I was playing around with it because I thought, I was like, wow, this is different. I'm spinning around. This is really different. It's like, looping, and I don't even know what this is. So I downloaded it, and then I ended up deleting it because I didn't have enough room on my phone. And then like maybe a month later, I downloaded it again, and then I started just like playing around in my room by myself and just making weird stuff. Yeah. What about you?
So mine was it was a really beautiful day. It was 3 a.m. in my Poughkeepsie apartment at college by myself.
Yeah.
And I was like, I saw someone like tweet something, like this video, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. So I downloaded the app, and I thought it was really cool to see like the press to like touch record functionality. So you can kind of make little mini movies, by yourself. And at 3 a.m. you're usually by yourself, unless,
Well.
So I was doing that, and my first few Vines were awful. A majority of mine from 2013 were like not funny, just like not good comedic timing. Because at the time you had to just film it and hope for the best, because you couldn't like redo it or upload. It was all like instantaneous. My friend Gentleman Jack over here, he was a stop motion guy early on, so he would go through the whole process of making one, tapping it and everything. And if it had failed or if it like didn't work out, you had to do that all over again. Now you could like do like a million takes in once, and then if it doesn't work out, just do it again, which is really cool. But yeah, that was in college, and I remember one time, like I was like starting to get known as like the kid who was like making weird videos on Vine, because everyone was doing it. It was like Instagram but for video, and people were just like Vining like everything they were doing. But I think a lot of people stopped doing that because it slowly started transforming into this entertainment network where people, were doing little comedic sketches or stop motion. Then brands started getting involved. Then it became kind of not as much of like sharing what you're doing, which is essentially what Snapchat is now, but more about creating little art pieces or comedic situations. Relatability really works on the app, which is
relatable stuff.
Yeah, which is kind of my niche. Is that the word?
Niche.
Well, we'll talk about niche later. So anyway, so that was the first time we started getting involved.
Yeah.
And then
so it kind of was like not intended, it was just like playing around, fun.
What it is, it's a lot of people who are bored and just had a lot of like free time on their hands.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of the same thing, but now you're doing like stuff for major companies or entertaining millions of people, which is really weird. I could literally just do this right now and go, hey guys, we're all here doing it, and like hundreds of thousands of people can see it, which is really strange.
Scary.
But yeah, so OkCupid and Tinder and all those good sites, work, I guess. But for us, it was Vine.
Yeah.
I think I found you looking through
someone's likes.
Through my friend's likes. I was like, yeah, what's this guy liking? And I was like scrolling. I was like, wait, this girl's kind of like crazy. Like, she's cool. What's this all about? It was the first time I've seen anything on the app, like someone doing this.
Yeah.
So I think threw her a follow and liked a few of her things. And then I get a tweet like a few days later.
Did I message you? No, I tweeted you.
Yeah, you tweeted at me.
Yeah.
And the first thing she ever tweeted at me was sup sup. And I got her a necklace that says sup sup a few months ago.
Yeah, here it is. Right here.
Yeah. And then I think did you slide into my DMs?
I think I did.
Okay, so she went into my DMs, sent me some direct messages, and we started, talking. And I knew that she was a photographer, and also super weird because she was making videos with like rats on her head and stuff. So I was like,
it's not weird.
And I saw that she lived in New York, so I was like, we should meet up sometime. So we ended up planning a, collab, because I wasn't interested in her other than like making Vines. I was like, this would be fun, like someone close to me, finally.
Yeah.
And we met at...
I can't say it. I don't know how to pronounce it.
An abandoned
It's
insane asylum.
Insane asylum. I can say it. Insane asylum.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
It was pretty insane.
I was really nervous. I was like, oh my God, this person's gonna murder me. He's from the internet.
She literally texted her friends and was like,
"This is where I am. If you can't find me, this is where my body's gonna be." I don't know who this person is.
So yeah, we went to an abandoned insane asylum. We took some pics, and I was her first collab.
Yeah.
We've been collabing ever since, which is pretty fun. And we we just started talking, and then eventually we were like, let's do it. Let's date.
Let's be friends.
Yeah.
But more.
Let's be more than friends.
Let's date.
Yeah. So that was around 2013, and now here we are, 2015, like still making little videos, entertaining people, having a lot of fun. And with this app, it's brought me and Shan a lot of awesome opportunities.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Shanimals?
Oh yeah. So I have I keep spinning. I have like a side account on Instagram and on Vine, but I started on Vine, and it's just little clips of just like my animals and everything, because I have so many different animals.
You should name all the animals you have.
I have a hedgehog. I have a few rats. I have a lot of cats. I have chickens. I have
dogs.
Rabbits. Turtle.
Yeah, she has.
I don't even know.
It's like.
Well, I have like 50
Narnia
chickens. I don't know.
there.
It's like a lot.
Yeah.
There's always different like turkeys and stuff that come out in and out. So I would just like Vine with them, and I started doing like a lot of animal stuff and like talking a lot about my rats, because a lot of people hate them. They're like, ew, it's gross. Especially like people from New York, they're like, ew, Subway rats, dirty, pizza rat, whatever. So then I like snap with them all the time, or like I Vine with them all the time, and then people are like, wow, they're really like not as bad as I thought. Like I thought they're like gross, but because I'm always like, oh, I love them. They're like licking my face and my mouth and everything. So like I've had many people like message me and contact me saying that they actually like have them as pets now because of me, which is like, oh, like I'm so glad. Like you're opening up your whole like little animal world
I would say
to like these wonderful creatures. I love them so much.
Yeah, I feel like it's like once a week she'll get a snap or a Vine or like a DM of someone saying.
I got one like literally
I now have two
an
ratty
hour ago.
girls, and they
They're
like girls with like rats on their heads.
Yeah.
Like I did it because you do it, and you're happy with them, so we're happy now.
Yeah. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, we know.
Pizza rat.
We know
Yeah.
So she has her rats.
Yeah.
We've used them as props in our Vines.
Yeah, many times.
At times. But yeah, one of the coolest things that happened too was like just the opportunities that come with having an online presence. I actually was offered a sort of it was like a contractual position at a startup app in Soho a year and a half ago called Inbox Messenger, and I would go in once a week, make a Vine, they would pay me, and then I would leave, and like we would slowly get the word out through that. And then we started realizing, hey, like I like you guys, you like me, this is cool. So in January, I started working there 3 days a week as their director of social media. And one of my first projects within a month, I was given a $10,000 budget, and I had to get 6 Viners from all over the country to fly down to Orlando to go to Playlist Live. So that was a pretty stressful, I think, 2.5 weeks of just like freaking out and trying to figure out like the right, set of people, getting flights situated, getting hotels booked. But it was really successful. We had a lot of fun. It was the first time one guy named Krish, who some of you might know, he sings. He's really a little raunchy but funny guy. And this was the first time he ever met any of his fans or his followers, and he was super, surprised at like the amount of people. It was like walking in the hotel with him was like escorting one of the Beatles, because it's all 14-year-old girls who are like insane and on like soda or something.
Soda.
And, he had to put his jacket over his head, and I was like, we had to like escort him to his room.
We had to have like a circle around him.
People were like swarming.
Yeah, like.
So that was
it was definitely
funny.
like hard
And
to move around.
Shan came with us. She was the photographer and film. You filmed too?
Yeah, I did video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did.
And then we scheduled some meetups, and we had a little step and repeat, and it was cool. I think we had like a couple hundred people come up.
Yeah, that was fun.
Which was really exciting. So that was Inbox. And then I guess with Inbox, I started realizing, oh wow, you can make money doing 6-second videos. That's so weird. So Niche had reached out to a bunch of creators early on, and it's a company that was actually recently purchased by Twitter, and they work with Viners and other influencers and get them paid work. So
campaigns.
You did some cool stuff with them, I think, a few months back.
Well, I did the Instagram one.
Yeah.
They had me go to a racetrack up in like upstate New York, and I got to drive all the new Jaguars for like a few hours. Because it was like an all women's like class, so they wanted me to like post about like, you know, take this class, spend X amount of money and drive the new cars and go 130 miles an hour. And I was like so nervous. I think I was the only one in the whole group that actually drives because everyone lived in the city. So all the women were like, I'm really nervous, like I don't know, I never drive. And they were so fast, and I was the one getting yelled at going, speed up, you're going way too slow. I'm like, I'm being cautious, I'm gonna die today. Because you're by yourself. I'm by myself in this car, like going 130 miles an hour. So
and I'm on the sideline, like watching.
Oh yeah,
wow, that looks so much fun.
He couldn't do it because he wasn't a girl.
Well, all girl class, sweet.
Yeah, no, it was definitely an amazing experience. I loved it.
Yeah, so she literally got paid
cool.
to drive brand new cars and post about it on Instagram.
Yeah.
I was like, are you kidding me? Like, what the heck? Like, help. So that was like, I think that was your coolest experience.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I think my coolest one with paid work through Niche was going to the Marvel headquarters in the city. And it was for Netflix and Daredevil, the new show on Netflix. And I went, had a whole tour of the building, which is really cool. I was given a ton of free swag, so comic books, I think some stickers, a mask, I'm pretty sure. And my job was to make a Daredevil Vine. And, you know, a lot of people are like, a lot of the thing with like making branded posts is you have to be careful. You don't want to do like a ton because then your audience will just get uninterested and think, okay, you just, you know, you do a lot of ads. But for something that like is as cool as, you know, a superhero like company, I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I watch Netflix all the time anyway. So I did that, and that was. The Daredevil account like retweeted it or like followed me, and that was like also some cool like social cred online. If you Daredevil like tweeted at me, that's pretty cool because a lot of people actually just watch the show. I'm assuming some of you guys, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, anyone? Yeah, they're pretty good. So that was, and it's also just a good way to get your feet in the door.
Yeah, and then we also went to this isn't with Niche, this is with Vine. We went to the X Games in Texas.
Yeah, Austin, Texas.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
It was really hot, but it was so cool.
Well, yeah, we did South by Southwest too. That was with Inbox. But that was separate. Vine actually reached out to us, I think, 6 months ago, and they brought us to the X Games, and they were like, hey, just come, make some Vines if it feels like organic. Don't, you know, force anything. And one of my most popular Vines ever to this day was made there. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the That Was Legitness kid.
Little scooter kid.
Yeah, he's this little kid who rides scooters, and someone like does like a scooter trick, and then he just cuts them and he just goes, "That was legitness." And the video has like 500,000 likes, like millions of loops. Loops are how Vine tracks views. Call them loops, which I think is great. Yeah. And so Vine, you know, paid for our flight and our room, and we just got to have fun at the X Games for a few days. And then GoPro gave us a ton of stuff, and they're like, "Hey, film stuff. Use this GoPro." So we had like GoPro stuff too. So it was like overwhelming, but it was awesome because you know, you don't really get that kind of opportunity unless you're, I guess, making stuff on Vine.
Yeah, Vine.
So I think you have to find like the right balance between creating content that you're proud of versus you know, creating sponsored content that you should also be proud of. So it's like a very weird balancing act.
Right.
And I feel like we don't really do it too often because one of the things that we push a lot is my clothing line. I don't know if you saw the hat or the shirt.
There it is.
Neat Dude is a clothing line that I started with my buddies, and I'll give you the whole like kind of backstory with that. It started in high school. Me and my buddy were bored, and one day we were like, "Yeah, Neat Dude, that's like kind of a cool phrase." So we made our blog name. And we had a blog where we shared like funny memes and like videos from the internet, and we're like, oh yeah, people would definitely visit this. No one did. So we liked the name enough though that we just kept it. And in college, we went to college together because we just like went everywhere together. We decided to do our senior thesis, and we wanted to do something that was actually, you know, usable out of school. A lot of people did like one-off, like, oh, I'll only do like a bunch of princesses wearing, like smoking. Like Disney princesses doing weird stuff, and that's going to be my project. So ours was like, we really wanted to do something that would last, like outside of school. So we started working on logo, branding, and a bunch of that stuff. And Neat Dude Collective was born. That's what we called it. And our professors liked it. They thought it was pretty cool. And then outside of college, we graduated, and then we dropped the collective and just went with Neat Dude. But but it's still, we really weren't sure what it was. We were like, oh, we'll make websites for you, or we'll make you a logo, or we're graphic designers. And then Vine was like happening at the same time. And then Vine, we had like a presence that was popping. I think we had like 70,000 on just our Nitude account alone.
Did you really?
Maybe like 50, I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe, I think we're at 70 now, so maybe it was less.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
But one day, me and my two friends and like I guess co-founders, we were like, we should put the word Nitude on a beanie and then just like wear it and give it to our friends who all have followers. So if you ever check on Vine, there's a lot of people who are just wearing these beanies that say Nitude. And if you go on Google and you type in, why do Viners, like one of the top results is wear Nitude beanies. Or why do they wear hats that say Nitude? And it's been super, super successful last 2 years. We started with one product that was just the beanie.
Black beanie.
Black beanie.
Black
Then we
beanie.
had a red and a blue, which we stopped doing, but we're bringing back. And now we have over 40 products in our store. We've been collabing with people who are creators on Vine as well as Facebook. Show of hands, who here knows Bat Dad? Bat Dad, he's the family man with the mask and his kids and wife. With him, we did a t-shirt collaboration. He reached out to us. We're really close. And in, I think, a few months, we've sold over 4,000 to 5,000 shirts for him, which is like a good amount of shirts for some guy who just makes videos on the internet. And we've been seeing a lot of growth, and just a lot more people are now starting to wear it. Shan helps. She knows when we have like shipments coming in. You want to describe a shipment guy?
When we get the boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like the boxes that we get are just like insane. I can't carry any of them, so I'm like feel bad. I'm like, oh, well. Like the heaviest box. And then we have to fold every single shirt, so it's like hundreds of shirts. We'll stay up like all night just folding forever. But
yeah, we've had.
It's good to fold because then you just get it all done, but it's a lot of folding.
I'm
really good at folding shirts now.
Yeah, she's
really
like,
good at it.
She should work like at Urban Outfitters or something. I'm just kidding.
Maybe.
No.
A discount.
Yeah, no, but like, so we get a lot of our items made like outside of. We don't do it in like our house because I'm in a house and I don't have like a screen printer or sewing machine or any of that stuff. So we get all the shirts and hats made from different print screeners and everything, and then we'll get boxes sent to us that we just talked about, which is insane.
Yeah, a lot of boxes.
But yeah, so we've been able to grow a company and do it all through just using Vine and making people laugh, I hope. And they see the hat and they go, oh, that's cool. And then you can talk about photography.
Oh yeah, so I recently had a show, a photo show in LA, and the reason why I was asked to be in the show is because the guy actually follows me on Vine. He was like, oh, I really like your stuff, you're so funny, like you should be in the show. I'm like, okay. So then I look up the whole lineup of like all the people that are actually in the show, and they're all Nat Geo photographers. And I was like, wait, no, wait, I'm not, like, what? Why do you want me in the show? I feel so like honored and not good enough, like, oh my gosh. So then, no, like we went to the opening. I was lucky enough to be in LA at the time that the opening happened. And oh my gosh, I honestly am so honored that I was in the same like space as some of these photographers. They're amazing. Mm-hmm. They were, they travel all over the world, and I'm just like, oh, I'm in my backyard, and here's some pictures of my sisters holding a turkey. So that was I'm really thankful for that, and I mean, it's all because of Vine. Honestly.
Turkey and thankful, nice.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, no, I mean, it's just so cool how these like little connections like happen.
Yeah, and another awesome thing about Vine is the community.
Yeah.
Like we could go to LA and then not have to get a hotel because we have people who are like, please, when you come here, stay with us. We have a couch, we have a bed, we have food, we have everything. I'm like, all right, that sounds awesome. So, every time I go to, we've been to LA I think 3 times this year.
And then we went to Oregon.
In Oregon, yeah.
Oregon. I said it wrong.
So like we've done all this stuff because of people we met on Vine and people who, because when you go out there, it's not just for fun. Like it's always for fun, but there's always like the idea of collabing.
Yeah.
Or, we went out recently. We had our winter line for Nitude, and we like took pictures in Oregon next to waterfalls, and then we took pictures in LA next to palm trees and some like dudes sleeping on the bench, and like it was just like, okay, we'll make a little lookbook out of this. And when we're out there, we also try to organize meetings and network as much as possible. We actually had the privilege and honor of meeting one of the creators of Rick and Morty, the cartoon, on Adult Swim. If you haven't checked it out yet, it's super hilarious. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love that show.
They were working on season 3 when we went to the studio, and they were like, he was talking with the voices, and he actually posted a Vine a few weeks ago, and I think I kind of want to take credit for it because he hasn't posted ever. And we were telling him like, Vine's pretty cool, and he was like, how many followers do you have? And I was like, 800K, and he was like, holy shit, that's great. You should, promote our show. And I was like, okay, let's do it.
Please.
So we're now potentially in the process of doing that, which is awesome. And
that was really cool though to meet him.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'm trying to think of other stuff that we've done. Oh, Midnight.
Oh yeah, we went to a taping at that show at midnight, which was really. I've never been to any taping of any show ever. You have, but I've never. So that was like cool. And they're like, okay, now you clap. Like get all excited. Like, oh okay.
And clap really hard.
Really hard, really loud. But no, that was really cool that we were like there and who.
Christelia, Whitney Cummings.
Yeah.
Were the guests, and they were hilarious.
Yeah, they were. That was funny.
And then Chris Hardwick he has like 800
great.
jobs, and he's just like constantly going, but he was amazing.
That was cool.
And yeah, so like we visited LA a lot. We went to Oregon with our friend
Kayla Christine, yeah, she's great.
She showed us all the nature that's out there, which was like a nice refresh from being in the city. Yeah. Everything's like 8 hours away though. It's like, you're in the car for a while, but then you're like, oh, waterfall, oh, trees, air. And so we did that, and then I'm trying to think what other stuff that we've done.
You want to talk to them about your new job?
Oh, well, we talked to him, I guess, yeah, okay. So, at all these like events, these playlists and playlist lives and VidCons and things, there's always people who work and represent other apps while they're there. And we've gotten pretty close with the Vine, people who work at Vine, because, their job is to talk to Viners and have fun and, like let them know what's up. And one night I was just like nerding out with one of the people who just started working there. Her name's Karen, and we just talked about Vine for like 3 hours. Like for real, like just sitting in a hotel room, just like drinking and talking about Vine. And I could do that like all the time, because I think I watch it more than I make. And we were just talking for a while, and then I get an email a few weeks later asking like for me to come in and like visit the office. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So I sit down, and they're like, hey, blah 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 blah, and are you interested? And I was like, oh. So they essentially offered me a position to be an in-house Viner at Vine. And so now I have been for the last month and a half. I've been there doing a lot of stuff with content, and it's been amazing. It's cool to like be there every day, 3 days a week. And one of my first gigs there was going to the White House. They sent 7 Viners from across the country to the White House to help Michelle Obama, the First Lady, promote her new initiative, Better Make Room, which is to get students into education and like really pump them up about like getting good grades and everything like that, which is really awesome. And we went there. I went on a train from I think Penn Station to DC, and I was on a train with 3 other people from Vine and Jerome Jarre, the French guy who smiles, and and so on my way, actually it wasn't on my way, but like when I found out that we were going, I then got a message on Facebook from someone who had gone to Marist College where I go. And she was like, hey Chris, how's it going? I was like, pretty good. She goes, I work on the team with the First Lady, and I do her like digital strategy. And I was like, oh, that's cool. She goes, how would you feel to introduce her? I was like, what's up? And she was like, how would you feel to like, give a speech, like a 2-minute speech and introduce the First Lady? And I was like, okay. Can you give me a call or like let me know like what this is? So she calls me and we talk. So that night at like 11 o'clock, I had to send a whole 2 different speeches to this girl, and then the next day I get them revised, and then I'm on the train with Jerome, and I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm like introducing the First Lady or whatever, And he was like, you're gonna mess up? Are you not nervous? And he was like, he was literally like trying to like not bring me down, but he was like shocked. He was like, oh my god, like what? You're doing that? And sure enough, I'm in line like with all these people. We get to the White House. I'm sitting next to Ciara. Is that her? Sierra? Anyone?
1 2 step.
1 2 step. So I'm sitting next to her, and she's like, I'm like, oh hey, I'm Chris. She goes, hey, I'm Sierra.
I couldn't believe it. I love her. Like, oh.
And I was like, oh yeah, I'm doing a speech. She goes, oh really? Like I'm like, yeah. She goes, oh, you're gonna do great. And I was like, thank you, Sarah. That's so nice of you. I'm pretty sure that's why I did good, because of her. But yeah, it's actually on Vine. It's on my Facebook, and I literally give a speech about Vine and education and why it's important. And then I say, and without further ado, and she comes out and she gives me a hug, and then she makes fun of me about Vine, and it was actually pretty great. She goes, and who would have thought Chris could articulate something over 6 seconds? And I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
there it is. So that's been, I feel like it's kind of like I'm like right here right now. So hopefully, I don't know what the next thing is. I might have to go to Mars or something to like continue this journey. But my parents were super proud. They were like, oh wow, so that thing you're always holding and you're filming yourself on, you get to meet the president's wife and the first lady, and that's amazing. So that was super, super wild. And I'm trying to think. And I think that's pretty much.
You ever been to Comic-Con?
Comic-Con? No, I haven't.
We were supposed to go, or
Yeah.
you were supposed to go.
We were supposed to go. Oh yeah, we can also talk about what we're doing. Well, actually, we should probably, I don't know if we can. Wednesday.
Oh.
Wednesday we were making vines
Oh.
with a director, who's you probably know.
Yeah.
And just stay tuned for Wednesday for the vines.
Can't say anymore.
Yeah, I don't think I can say anymore.
No, secret.
But yeah, I guess if there's any, you want to do Q&A?
Yeah, we'll do questions.
Cool.
What's the advice you give to people who are aspiring creators on Vine or Instagram or other platforms, and how did you guys develop your voice? You talked about when you first started you weren't funny at all, but now you are super funny.
Still not funny.
How did you, work on developing that, and what do you think it took to grow your audience to where it is now?
I think if you post like a good amount, not too much, and I think if you just start to I know in the beginning of anything, it's always going to be kind of weird, but I think you start to find your own voice and just start to find your own little specific thing you do. I feel like every Viner we know has a specific. You're like, oh, that's the singer, or that's the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's a good thing for, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I guess if you check your cyber trail on every platform that you're on, your early tweets are probably garbage. Your early Instagram pics are weird filtered salads, and your early vines are you going, and that's what everyone did. And you can scroll back far enough and see any popular person stuff, unless they went back and deleted it, which is kind of smart.
Yeah.
And you can just see where everyone got their kind of start, because no one knows what they're doing. It's very new. Even Snapchat, I think some people are still not really sure what they're doing on it. But some people found their voice doing little 10-second skits, Vine, 6-second skits, or 6-second singing loops. Looping is one of the biggest things on there. If you're a musician and you can figure out how to loop, it's very popular.
Smooth, yeah.
Feature.
So I think it's what I said with a voice, finding your own right?
Yeah, and just have
It's the
fun.
same
If
thing.
you're not having fun, then it's not worth it. So you have to have fun.
Yeah, fun.
If you're doing it because you feel obligated to, then it's not the right reason. Just try to enjoy yourself, and don't try too hard, because that will also show, based on 2013 early 2014 vines of mine.
Yeah.
And 2015. So yeah, don't try too hard. Hello.
Hi, thanks. What is your planning process like for doing a 6-second skit or a boatload of content that you want to push out? Do you guys sit and write a skit together, or do you just kind of think of an idea and let's do it and see if it works? What does that kind of look like?
Well, I would say majority of the things that have happened they've happened before, and you're like, oh, that's a Vine. So then we think about it a little bit more, but. Right, I would say they're kind of off of experience that has happened with us. Not okay. I'm trying to think of a specific example.
Well, the one that that they showed where she's asleep in the booth.
Yeah, I was pretending to be asleep.
That was because.
Oh, you're really
Yeah. Well,
Because I do that all the time.
Well, it happened in real life. She was I said something and she was dozing off, and I was like, that's a Vine. Let's just do this real fast. And
boring.
And those ones I feel do well because they feel more very natural and organic versus hey, what's up? I don't know. Wow, that's crazy. Netflix.
Lying.
And I'm yeah, there it is. So I think just keeping it. I have a notepad full of ideas, and sometimes I'll randomly go, let me just try that one. And sometimes it'll be funny. Sometimes I'll be you know what? I'm just gonna make that a tweet and not actually make a Vine. But yeah, I think it's just if you're in the mood and you're feeling it and you go for it. I think it's better to. I think on the spot is better than planning it out, because when you plan it out, you overthink, and then it's completely not what you had expected it to be. So more of just going for it.
Yeah. I think.
get to that guy right there.
Oh.
The guy in the vest.
How much focus you guys like
Oh.
putting, like obviously Vine's been like where you guys kind of really had a big emphasis. How much focus do you put on like things like Facebook and Instagram, like now that you've kind of really grown Vine and have the opportunity to get to other platforms?
I guess I'll go first. So I guess Vine's like my home, and that's where I'm like having the most fun, and that's where I think I get the most engagement. I'm really close to hitting 1 million followers, which is really weird and exciting.
Yeah.
My Instagram is I would say it's weaker, but even though I'm saying weak, even though it's like almost at 25,000, which is like insane. I like Instagram because I can just post a picture of like what I'm doing. Whereas Vine, I feel like it's more thought out and more of like my style and my brand. And then Facebook, I'll just post my Vines or post like compilations or little like maybe extended ones on there. But I think I like doing Vine because it's just like where I could have the most impact, and that's where my audience is.
Right.
And tweeting, I love
Yeah,
tweeting.
yeah,
I tweet all the time.
you're a tweet guy.
Yeah.
I
And
don't-
Twitter owns Vine.
Yes.
If anyone didn't know that.
I don't know. I guess I like a lot of it, but Instagram is kind of like because I'm a photographer, so I like doing the photo stuff, and then I'll do photos on Facebook. Twitter, I'm on all of those all day long, so I don't know.
You snap?
I kind of try to, I love Snapchat. I kind of like spread it out all throughout. I like Snapchat more than you like Snapchat,
Yeah.
but.
I'll get yelled at if I don't watch your story for the day. She's like, you didn't watch my story?
Well,
Like, I'm sorry.
something big will happen, and then he'll like ask me like, oh, it's like something like silly, and I'm like, that was on my story today. Come on, and then he
Yeah.
made a Vine about it because
Yeah.
I was like, that was on my story if you saw it.
Yeah, like she got a haircut, and I was like, oh, nice haircut. She goes, you would have known if you like went on my Snapchat story. Like, oh, sorry, I was like doing stuff. And,
I was like
don't know,
working.
I'm just not. I can't do the stories.
I
It's
love
like,
it. I love Snapchat.
What's going on? It's like a little mini like vlog of like someone's day. Like, oh, and then here are my new shoes.
But that's
And that's my
important.
cat. Like, I
That's so
don't-
important. You need to know these.
Let me just watch like a quick video and then laugh and then go next.
Yeah.
So that
We're different.
we're different. Anyone else? Hello. Oh, you have the mic. Oh, he has the mic, and then I guess you can go. Oh, you want to? I don't know. I feel weird.
So if you lost all form of entertainment and you could pick one Viner and one Instagrammer, who would they be?
Wow, great question.
Wow.
Okay, let's see. I would say for me, Viner, Evan Breen. I think Evan Breen has come a long way from like his early stuff to where he's at now. He's like, I guess, kind of like stoner humor, like, and he's developed this whole character that was super strange, but I love it. And like he spells all of his captions wrong on purpose. It's amazing.
Yeah, he says everything wrong.
And the best part is like 13-year-old people, like kids who just don't get it. They're like, you spelled that wrong, but like
You're dumb.
that's the point. So I think he always makes me laugh. So I'd say Evan Breen for Viner, and then
I would say for Viner
yeah.
for me, I would say Cole Hirsch.
Cole Hirsch.
I love
He's
him.
great too.
I love him so much.
Yeah.
He's so great.
Peter.
He's so weird.
Peter
And-
for family. Is that him?
No, he's like, you can't see my legs. Those are for family only.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
awesome.
He's great and weird, and I love him.
Those are 2 recommended follows for anyone in here who hasn't heard
Cole
of them.
Cole Hirsch.
Cole Hirsch.
With a C.
Corbin Blue is also his account.
Well, yeah, and motivational Randy.
Yeah, and then Instagrammer. I don't know. Like, who do I want to see? I guess Shan, because I don't know. Like, it's like selfies. I don't know who like is Instagram. Whose selfies do I want to see every day? I guess yours. I don't know.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, I was gonna. I don't know. There's a lot of good artists I follow, so I can't really pick one. I don't think.
Yeah, maybe I should pick an artist.
You're changing your mind now.
No, I'm not. Still Shan.
Good choice. I don't know. I can't pick one.
Okay.
I follow too many people.
So,
It's
great
great.
question. I appreciate that. Okay.
I know that you said that all of your creative content, like, it's really organic, but in case that you have to deal with a brand
Sure.
or someone that's paying, like, do they brief you or do they give you, like, creative freedom, like, how you create that
It
content?
depends. They're all different. I'd say, right?
There are some brands who are super, super strict, and they're like, this is the caption you have to use, and you have to make your content about these dryer sheets. The
Hashtag ad. You have to
Hashtag
put
ad, hashtag
Sponsored.
fresher than air. Like you have to like literally use the prop in your ad, and like I don't know, like those ones aren't fun because people literally, your audience will be like, yo Chris, what the heck are you doing? Like this is completely
Why?
not your style.
Yeah. Sell out.
Yeah, idiot. You're making money on this. But then there are ones where you can like. My favorite ones are going on location. So going to the X Games, we weren't necessarily paid, but we were paid. Our flight was paid for and everything, and we were able to make
Right.
funny stuff, just like with ramps and dudes flipping around in the background, and that was cool. And if their ask was make vines at the X Games, so we did that.
And I'm sorry to interrupt. In your experience, that works better. Like, have you seen the results of like being organic like that, even though you have a brand behind
Yeah,
it works better?
I think it does. I mean, I guess it depends on the subject matter. Like if you gave me, you know, let's say like Microsoft came to me and they're like, hey, make a Vine inspired by this video game. Like I could probably do that in my house, and I would like to do it because I'm passionate about something like that. But if like a soda company was like, make a Vine about this soda. Like I'm not passionate about soda. Like obviously I'm just like, yeah, soda, definitely, for sure. Ching, ching,
Yeah,
ching, ching,
drink
ching.
it. Yeah.
And that's like the difference. If you're passionate about something, then I think it shows and people are proud of you. Like I've had people snap me and send me messages and be like, that's so awesome, like you're at Marvel, great. But then if you're doing stuff that's like obviously like, I need money, or like this is literally just for money, like it's just kind of.
Well, because like when I did the Jaguar thing, it was like I don't care about Jaguars
Yeah, but you were.
or cars.
But
But like the experience in itself
Yeah.
was like awesome. So it was definitely very exciting to be like, oh my god, I did this. This is so cool. I went really fast, and I didn't die.
you wore,
So-
cool, you like wore a cool leather jacket and that helmet.
Yeah, I had to wear a helmet.
She
So
looks like a badass.
oh, thank you. Yeah, so that's like cool in itself too. It's not like, yeah,
So yeah, so on location and is like what,
yeah, totally.
ideal.
Yeah, do you
Mhm.
find motivation and like do you find like I guess like motivation from looking back at doing something that you never thought would come up to where you are today?
Yeah, definitely. It's like it's hard to describe the feeling. Like seeing people who like snap me or make vines of them wearing, like opening up their package, and because we send out like probably 50 to 100 packages, like every like day or two, maybe 3 days, and people like there's general excitement. Like I'm in traffic, I want to get home and get my package, and like people like are excited, you know, just rock something that my buddy John made on the computer a few weeks ago, and then we have it screen printed on a shirt or on a hat or whatever, and people are like excited to wear it.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very cool. And we're trying now to branch out even more. We're trying to get, you know, producers, musicians. Miley Cyrus's sister, Noah, has like our stickers on her computer for some reason, and she has a beanie. I don't know, like stuff like that like just happened naturally. Like she was wearing a beanie in an Instagram pic, and I was like, oh, that's, and people will tag us. They'll like let us know.
Or like Walk the Moon has it in their
Yeah,
music
Walk-
video.
the
And I was
band
like,
Walk the
wow,
Moon.
there it is. Oh my god.
Jenna Marbles,
That's so cool.
who's one of her
Jenna,
really good
I
friends,
love her.
her and her boyfriend Julian,
Yeah.
rock everything always, and they're just super supportive as well, and they're the nicest people. They're exactly who you would think they are. They're amazing.
Yeah, I love them.
But yeah, it's, I mean, like the fact that people are buying rats because of you, that's insane.
I know. Buy all the rats, please.
Like, you probably have a lot of pissed off parents, but hey, I mean, that's cool that.
They're like, I get like, my dad won't let me get one. I'm like, just tell him it's like a little mini cat with a tail, with a weird tail.
And weird teeth. And it kind of smells.
No.
And they give me hives.
Yeah, like he's allergic.
Yeah. She puts her rats on me when I'm sleeping, and I just like, okay, well now I have hives and
Like love
rat smell.
them.
But yeah, it's amazing. It's an awesome, super humbling experience, and I want to make it, you know, my full-time thing. So I appreciate that question too.
Let's give it up for KRISTEN Shannon.
Oh, thank you.
Broadway has the Tonys, Hollywood has the Oscars, and now social media has the Shorties.
Welcome everyone to the 7th annual Shorty Awards.
The Shorties are by far the most prestigious.
We are so proud to be part of the Shorty Awards.
Thank you, Shorty Awards.
Thank you for doing that. That was pretty cool.
I get a call, I gotta be at the Shorty Awards.
I'll speak from the heart.
Wow, that was awesome.
There is not a more passionate fan base out there.
Hi friends, what's up?
Thanks for the Best Singer Award. I really appreciate it.